Hi, my name is Christine Stoddard, and I'm the creator of Uncontested, a short film about a woman who rediscovers herself during her separation. She is a paper artist. That means she makes paper pulp. She collects all kinds of papers. Her personal preference is for recycled mail pieces. And every day she goes to check the mail to see if her divorce papers are there. She has a lot of junk mail in this new apartment of hers. She's staying in a sublet. And she uses that junk mail to make paper pulp for her artwork. And I don't know why I said artwork that way. Artwork. Artwork. A. Yeah. So I made this film because I myself am a divorcee. I got divorced pretty young at an age where a lot of New Yorkers aren't even married yet. And that required me separating from my ex, getting my own place, and leading a new life, having a fresh start. And I'm also a visual artist. I was going through a period around the same time that I came up with the idea for this film where I was indeed making a lot of paper pulp. I wasn't making it from junk mail per se. Really, the rest of the movie is all fiction, but there was a real life experience that inspired this work. I shot it in my actual apartment in New York City, and I shot it with my actual boyfriend, who is my co-star in the film, Aaron Gold. And we worked with our regular collaborator, Jacob Barron. He was the cinematographer, another word, cinematographer, and editor on the film. So Jake and I worked together pretty well. We have just a way of communicating, a shared language, and we like a lot of the same aesthetics. So it's easy for me to convey what I want to see in a film. And he was able to bring it. He really, really was. I was so impressed with the musical choices he also made as an editor. He knows that I like Debussy and Satie, so he drew from that in the editing. He knows that I adore lush, gold, rich tones, super saturation. We do have a color change that occurs during this movie. Things are a little bit washed out in the beginning, and then as the protagonist finds her passion and becomes more comfortable with herself and these adjustments that she's making in her new life, there is a transformation in the film. There's not something the color is not something that everybody notices right away. I like that I don't think it's that subtle, but I do like that it's on the subtler side. It's definitely a different look and feel than our other film, De Colores, which I also directed, also came up with, collaborated with Aaron Gold and Jacob Barron on that as well. And that one has way different colors. And you can watch both of them on the YouTube Stoddard Says channel. Uncontested right now, as of the December 30th, 2024 recording, has about 6,000 views. And we won't say how few views De Colores has. That was something that I shared on my old YouTube channel. And if you've been following the goss, I had a strike against my other YouTube channel because of this copyright battle that honestly I still think is nonsense. I will stand my ground on that one. So that's why I started this new channel. And we have so many fabulous Aaron Gold, Jacob Barron, Christine Stoddard creations here, including Her Garden, which is a feature film. And that has like 17, almost 18,000 views for a really weird experimental film. It's not nearly as narrative and easy to follow as Uncontested. Uncontested is closer to a traditional narrative film. Still a little artsy. And that's my computer. Yeah, that's what I get for having my computer open during this, and all of my notifications still on. So gonna turn off the volume there. Haha! And if I were wise, I would edit this out. Or maybe not, because this way you get to see that I'm human. Sometimes people think that I'm superhuman because of my output, because of my productivity. Keep in mind, you are watching a YouTube channel that has videos that are 10 and in a couple of cases even like 12 or 15 years old. So it's not like I made all of this yesterday or overnight. It's been a slow build. And Uncontested is something that I'm really proud of. I made it in 2023. That was, I was about to say during the strike. It was actually right before the strike for SAG. But still, the pandemic really slowed things down in the film and video world. And then the strike slowed things down even more, brought almost everything, at least studio work, to a halt. So I was happy that I could make Uncontested during a time where, yeah, there just wasn't as much work. But when you're an independent artist, you can always make whatever you want to make. And that's one of the beauties of art, is you have freedom. You do. There are downsides, but the freedom to create is something I will always treasure. And the response to this film, Uncontested, has been incredible. I never would have imagined this little short film, this bitty thing we made in my apartment, getting as much traction as it has. And I get to bring the beauty of paper pulp to people. It's not the most popular art form, especially in this digital obsessed world, but it's pretty cool. That's one of my favorite things. So if you haven't watched Uncontested, or if you want to rewatch it, I encourage you to do that here on the Stoddard Says channel. Be sure to also check out De Colores, that's De Colores in English, and Her Garden, because those are also Aaron Gold, Jacob Barron collaborations. And you can see how we work well together. We just mesh. And also just notice some of the differences and similarities between these works. It's kind of interesting if you're just a film nerd or an aesthetics nerd, an art nerd, and you like, maybe you were one of those people who in high school or college liked writing those kinds of papers, compare, contrast. Yeah, you could do that for my films. I wouldn't oppose it. Okay, well, that's all I got. You should go watch. Bye.